Do not ignore your gift. Your gift is the thing you do the absolute best, with the least amount of effort. Don't hate the player. Change the game. Don't let your mind stop you. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your mind. A man fishes for two reasons. He's either sport fishing or fishing to eat, which means he's either going to try to catch the biggest fish he can, take a picture of it, admire it with his buddies, and toss it back to sea, or he's going to take that fish on home, scale it, fillet it, toss it in some cornmeal, fry it up, and put it on his plate. This, I think, is a great analogy for how men seek out women. Let a man see what he can get, but make him imagine what he can have. My father instilled in me to take care of my family. Show up even when you don't want to show up. Wake up and smile. Wake up and be grateful. Excuses are the lies you convince yourself is true, to avoid proving you are worthy of the gift you were given. Say this with me: no more excuses. Growth is in a series of mistakes. That's the only way you learn. Catch fire today. Make today the day you stop complaining and do something. Failure is a great teacher, and I think when you make mistakes and you recover from them and you treat them as valuable learning experiences, then you've got something to share. I'm not a doctor. I just have a tremendous amount of common sense. He's an honest man who does what he says. Your setback is just a setup for a comeback. God lets you be successful because He trusts you, that you will do the right thing with it. Now, does He get disappointed often? Yes, all the time, because people get there and they forget how they got it. If a man loves you, he's willing to profess it. He'll give you a title after a while. You're going to be his lady, his woman, his fiancée, his wife, his baby's mama. My mother was a Sunday school teacher, so I am a byproduct of prayer. My mom just kept on praying for her son. One of the biggest misconceptions that a woman has is that a man has to accept her the way she is. No, we don't. I don't know who told you that. We like the bright and shiny. If you stop wearing the makeup, stop putting on nail polish, stop wearing high heels, you'll lose us. How can smart women be so stupid about men sometimes? Lack of knowledge. It's what men have kept secret for so long. Some of us have been playing the same self-defeating records over and over again in our heads for so long that we don't know how to think any differently about ourselves. Successful people appreciate where they have come from, but they don't let their past set the tone for their future. Successful people are innovators. If you are waking up with the sensation that there has got to be more in life, then there is. My father taught me the most about love. You don't just sit in the car and let some guy drive you through life, wasting your time. So many people are missing their way in life because they are afraid to sign the lease on their gift. Don't ever be afraid to put yourself in a lesser position so that you can learn something from someone who knows more. The 4 P's to success are pressure, persistence, perseverance, and prayer. You can't tell big dreams to small-minded people. A person has to remember that the road to success is always under construction. You have to get that through your head, that it is not easy becoming successful. Procrastination will delay your change. Today is a very good day to change. Don't let you stop yourself from growing. Your dream has to be bigger than your fear. All I knew growing up was that my father was married to and loved my mama, period. He worked hard, made some money, and put it on the dresser. She spent it on the family, and he went out and earned some more. He taught me the most about love. I never say nagging. I think that nagging is a term that men created to get women to pipe down some. But it's a trap that we've created. We created several terms for women to back you down. Nagging means to stop asking me questions, then we get away with more. I think it's a term men created. I just believe if you don't believe in God, then where is your moral barometer? That's just me talking. You can believe what you want to believe. There's a lot more to me than just funny. I tell people I'm a stand-up comedian 2 hours a week. The rest of the time, I'm somebody's husband. I'm somebody's father. I'm a man. I take great pride in that. When you're happy at home, you can make a lot of things happen. If you want to be successful, you have to jump. There's no way around it. When you jump, I can assure you that your parachute will not open right away. But if you do not jump, your parachute will never open. If you're safe, you'll never soar. God has positioned me just this way to be just like I am, to say what I say how I say it. Forgiveness is for you. It does more for you than the other person. People get jealous and use whatever information they have to make you feel bad and themselves feel better. When you're up in life, your friends get to know who you are. When you're down in life, you get to know who your friends are. You are never too old to reinvent yourself. The most successful people in this world recognize that taking chances to get what they want is much more productive than sitting around being too scared to take a shot. Find that one glimmer of light in the darkness. If you pray about it, don't worry about it. If you're going to worry about it, don't pray about it. I think there are so many books out there written on relationships and romance that women are the authors of. How can women know exactly how men think? And there are so many guys out there with relationship books who are just not telling the truth. They have shaded parts. I don't want people to see me fall. I mean, I got enough people cheering for me to fall now. The internet has created some amazing place for evil to exist. Sometimes we don't appreciate prayer until we have to go through something. There has been nothing more impactful on my life and meaningful to me than the introduction of Christ. That, hands down, blows away every joke I've ever written. Some parts of your vision are meant to be shared in confidence, only with a trusted mentor, friend, or family member. And some aspects of your vision honestly don't need to go beyond your prayer time with God. God has already lined up all the people in your path to get you to your dreams and your visions. All you have to do is get rid of the wrong ones. You have to aspire to something so great that you have to have God's help. Your mission, your purpose, and your destiny will all be tied to one thing: your gift. What you want out of life is the thing you have to give the most of. My calling is to help people, to teach people, to share with people until I die. I can never stop doing that. I can't, and I don't want to. I'm just a living witness that you can be an imperfect soldier and still be in the army fighting for God Almighty. Don't you think you got to be perfect? 'Cause I ain't. Stop giving your gift to those who want to use you for the development of their legacy at the cost of yours. Your career is what you're paid for. Your calling is what you're made for. You've got to be vulnerable when you're talking to kids. There's nothing worse than some adult standing up there, just talking down to some kid. You can't work that way. From the time I was taught how to drive, I was taught how to behave when I'm stopped. What you want out of life is the thing you have to give the most of. I got married for the wrong reasons. I was tired of being alone. I have to own that. It was me, not her. The first time I saw my wife, Marjorie, I was doing stand-up in Memphis, and she was sitting in the front row. Afterward, I walked up and said, "Mom, I'm going to marry you one day." And 15 years later, I did. God has given me a life far beyond anything I ever dreamed about. God is something else, man. Men don't come up to you to just talk. We come up to you with a plan. We're looking across the room at you, and we don't care about your hopes and dreams. We don't care about what your future holds. We saw something we wanted. You can be happy, or you can be right. If you want to be part of a couple and win every argument, you're in trouble. I'm going to take this God-given gift of being funny, and I am going to spread it out like peanut butter on everything I do. You've got to be in a bad relationship to really understand what a great one is. You've got to quit lowering your standards. Set your requirements up front. So when a guy hooks you, he has to know this is business. I don't rehearse on either of my shows, Family Feud or my talk show. I never rehearse with the guests. I don't want to have any preconceived thoughts, notions, because that kills my creativity as a host and as a stand-up. You can take lessons to become almost anything. Flying lessons, piano lessons, skydiving lessons, acting lessons, race car driving lessons, singing lessons. But there's no class for comedy. You have to be born with it. God has to give you this gift. My marriage to Marjorie is the most rewarding thing that ever happened to me. She gave me a life and a relationship that I didn't know existed. We all think that this relationship thing is a game out here. All I'm saying to women is, Okay, if it's a game, here are the rules that we play by. I don't think it's cool for people to say, "You shouldn't reference God because I don't believe that, and I don't want to hear it." Well, there's a lot of stuff I don't believe that I still gotta hear. I tell my boys not to play rough with their younger sister. I try to teach them what I know already. You're never going to win an argument with a girl, so just let her have what she wants. I'm not really a relationship expert, but I'm an expert on manhood and what men think. The problem is, women have stopped setting the bar high. Stop heaping your own definition of love on men and recognize that men love differently. It never ceases to amaze me how much people talk about relationships, think about them, read about them, ask about them, even get in them without a clue how to move them forward. It's not the guy who determines whether you're a sports fish or a keeper. It's you. Providing for the ones he loves and cares about, whether it's monetarily or with sweat equity, is a part of a man's DNA. And if he loves and cares for you, this man will provide for you all these things with no limits. A woman's love, it stands the test of time, logic, and all circumstance. Love comes in every color, and if a person finds love, and that person is of a different race from him or her, it shouldn't matter because the two of them found love. The three things every man needs: support, loyalty, and the cookie. Your objective is to avoid being on a string. The first step, I think, is to get over the fear of losing a man by confronting him. Just stop being afraid already. The most successful people in this world recognize that taking chances to get what they want is much more productive than sitting around, being too scared to take a shot. The same philosophy can be applied to dating. If putting your requirements on the table means you risk him walking away, it's a risk you have to take. Because that fear can trip you up every time. All too many of you let the guy get away with disrespecting you, putting in minimal effort and holding on to the commitment to you because you're afraid he's going to walk away and you'll be alone again. And we men, we recognize this and play on it big time. Don't be afraid to lose him, because if a man truly loves you, he's not going anywhere. Men respect standards. Get some. Boys, shack, men, build homes. We need to talk. For a man, few words are as menacing as those four. especially when a woman is the one saying them and he's on the receiving end. Those 4 words can mean only 2 things to men. Either we did something wrong, or worse, you really literally just want to talk. No matter the flaws you find when you look at yourself in the mirror, somewhere on God's earth, you are really doing it for someone. Someone out there is attracted to you. Your willingness to jump will open doors for you. Every jump will increase your wisdom and broaden your vision. Use adversity to your advantage. Don't let it stop you. God will do exceedingly, abundantly above all that I ask or think. There's no way you're going to make it out of this world without spending some time down in the valley or in a dark place. But this isn't the time to give up. This is the time to understand that God is trying to lead you to your purpose and to your gift. The abundant life that God has in store for you will allow you to have unimagined riches. Riches so overflowing that you'll have plenty, especially to share with others. During adversity is not the time to lick your wounds. Failures make you who you are. When you are bold enough to step off in faith, to jump, that is when you'll soar. Life is going to get bad sometimes. You'll make poor choices. You'll fail. You'll lose hope and maybe want to give up. If you jump and trust that He will be there to help you soar, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Because I honor Him, His blessings will chase me down and overtake me. I will be in the right place at the right time. People will go out of their way to be good to me. I am surrounded by God's favor. Acknowledge your fear and move forward. Fear is there to let you know that what you are taking on is worth your risking your current lifestyle. All men can change, but that doesn't mean that all men will change. There's only one woman whom we will change for. If a man is not willing to change, it means that you aren't the one. If you accept that life is a series of ups and downs, you will get through the downs. God wants you to have the life that you are dreaming about, or else He would not have planted it in your mind. It is a promise of God that when you do the right thing, an even better thing will happen. If you take one step, He'll take two. You're the only one who can take your dreams off the shelf and turn them into reality. You are the only one who can take I can't and turn it into I can. You can sit there and watch the years roll by with your dreams unfulfilled. Or you can take a chance and live like you've never lived before. The only difference between you and the successful people you see in your life every day is that they have jumped. Don't think for a moment that successful people don't have fears. You don't have to sit there and keep losing valuable years of life with a man who's not right for you. You have to keep moving forward and believe that God has the right person for you. Once you jump, God will take it from there. He will place you in positions to learn important lessons that will prepare you for the next stage of your life.